Gypsy Rose Blanchard's recent TikTok live wasn't just unexpected, it was quietly chaotic, layered with awkward pauses, mixed signals, and a hint of desperation that didn't go unnoticed. What was supposed to be a lighthearted moment with her audience quickly turned into something more unsettling, like watching someone try to hold a relationship together with words that keep slipping through the cracks. She went live, camera steady, voice calm but clearly nervous. At first, it felt like the usual influencer check-in, until she made an announcement that caught viewers off guard. She shared, rather plainly, that Ken is not proposing. Not today. Not soon. She didn't say it with tears or theatrics, but the discomfort was loud in the silence that followed.
Everybody that is watching, okay, so I know on the show, I feel like I have to make this announcement because it's like, I feel like so many people are expecting it. I know on the show, Ken was looking at rings. Okay, whether he got a ring or not, I don't know. He hasn't told me that. But in the show, he said like, he would like propose once like I get off parole. Well, tomorrow is my sister's birthday. So tomorrow, he is not proposing on my sister's birthday. I do know that. I do not know when or if he will, but he is not doing it tomorrow. Just to clarify. Honestly, I just like, I don't think that he will though. Like, I mean, maybe like later down the line or something, but all I'm saying is like, I'm not expecting it, right now. So, and it's not because things are like bad or anything, things are great, but I think like, maybe I'm just at a point where I'm like, it's been this long, I don't know, but I do know that it won't be tomorrow. So if he has plans next week, next month, I'm going to be totally caught off guard because I'm not expecting it at all. So just wanted to make that PSA announcement. He's not proposing tomorrow. Anyone else want to add anything?
She tried to mask it with a smile, brushing it off as something she just wanted to clear up for the people who were expecting it, referring to the way their show had shown Ken looking at rings. But this wasn't just an update. It felt like a carefully disguised confession. The way she phrased it, the pauses between her words, the way she kept glancing away from the camera, it gave the sense that she was saying it out loud for the first time, not just to us, but to herself. And the more she talked, the more obvious it became that this wasn't about setting the record straight. It was about processing something that felt unfinished, unresolved, and deeply disappointing. Then, as if the vibe hadn't already shifted, Gypsy took a left turn. Without any real lead-in, she started talking about Machine Gun Kelly. The tone changed. She laughed softly, blushed a little, and admitted she hadn't had a celebrity crush since Jason Momoa, but now, MGK had taken that place.
I told Ken, for the longest time I've never, like, my last celebrity crush was Jason Momoa. And I haven't had a celebrity crush since. Well, I think I done have one now.
Spill the tea. Spill the tea, girl. You blushing over
there. Don't leave us hanging.
I passed by an MGK music video. MGK.
This came just moments after talking about how her partner wasn't planning to propose. The contradiction was subtle but jarring. It wasn't flirty in a playful, joking way. It felt like a reaction, something spontaneous but not unintentional. A response to rejection. A shift in energy. Whether she meant to or not, Gypsy was giving the internet a glimpse into something that didn't feel stable. The timing of it, the emotional shift, the awkwardness, it left people questioning what was really going on between her and Ken. If Ken was watching, it couldn't have been easy. One moment, she's airing out their private matters. The next, she's softly gushing over another man. And all of it is happening in front of thousands of people. It painted a picture not of a couple in sync, but of someone trying to navigate a relationship that might be losing momentum. What made it even harder to watch was that Gypsy didn't seem to fully grasp the impression she was leaving. It's not that she was trying to cause drama, it's that the cracks were showing, and she couldn't hold them together with charm alone. She seemed to be caught between holding on and letting go, unsure of which direction to lean into. And the internet noticed. The live didn't offer the clarity she probably intended. If anything, it raised more questions about her relationship, her emotional state, and why such personal moments were being broadcast in the first place. It's not just about the proposal anymore. It's about what this live revealed beneath the surface. And whether she meant to or not, Gypsy gave her followers a front row seat to a relationship that's clearly more complicated than it appears on camera. Gypsy tried to pull the classic, unbothered queen act, laughing, smiling, and casually mentioning that Ken's not proposing. No big deal, right? Except, it is. The entire vibe screamed damage control. It wasn't some confident declaration. It was the kind of over-explaining that only happens when things are definitely not okay, like she was trying to convince herself just as much as her followers. And here's the thing, when you have to go live just to say your man isn't proposing, it's no longer about the ring. It's about the reality you're trying to spin. But wait, plot twist number 2. Out of absolutely nowhere, she drops a tease about a secret podcast. No names, no details, just enough to make the chat explode. It's a woman's podcast, she says, real vague. We're going to have a lot to talk about.
Okay. My interview is at 12:45.
What is this interview, ma'am? What is this interview? I didn't hear about this interview.
It's a podcast. So I'm going on, it's a woman's podcast. Thing is, I don't know if I could say whose podcast I'm going on.
Okay.
I don't know if it's, if I can say, or if it's like up to their PR team to promote and like let their followers know who the guest is. But there you go. It's a woman's podcast. She is a celebrity. And she and I have been corresponding back and forth on Instagram. She is a supporter. She is a fellow mom. So I think we're going to have a lot of mommy things to talk about.
Girl, what are we doing here? This isn't about NDAs or privacy, it's textbook bait. Say just enough to get people speculating. Watch the comments pile up with guesses, then sit back and enjoy the attention. We've seen this game before, hint just enough to stay trending without actually doing anything new. And just when the comments started spiraling, boom, another curveball. Suddenly, she's gushing about a surprise family vacation. But this isn't just a casual beach trip. No, Gypsy is planning the kind of influencer-style extravaganza that's less about making memories and more about making content. We're talking matching swimsuits, planned photo ops, aesthetic beach setups, and probably a TikTok-ready sunset kiss or two. But the energy behind it? Off.
Those of you that are, you know where us as a family is going next month. Don't say it on live, but where we're going, I am looking through my little tourist guidebook, booking some things. So far I've got parasailing booked. I have a kayaking book I booked. And now I'm trying to find out like where can I book. There's multiple places, but I'm gonna do jet skiing. And so it's gonna be me, Ken, Aurora, Dad, and Christy all going on vacation next month. I'm not saying where because it's a surprise. Like when I start posting pictures next week, but.
And Sheena will be going hiding in the trunk. Just saying. I'm not ashamed to stow away. Just saying.
Lord. Thank you, Crystal.
Did you look into that scuba? Did you look into that scuba diving?
I looked into some things. I think the hardest thing right now is like, okay, so we're going for 6 days. And so trying to figure out like what we want to do on each day. Like I want to do at least like one thing for the family each day that we're there. I don't want to like overbook it and then like say I plan out everything and then like we just want to go shopping or chill on the beach or something like that. Like
right, yeah.
Room for what everybody wants to do. But I've been doing a lot of research and asking like other moms like how when they went on vacation to a beach and they brought their 6-month-old, what are some like must-haves to take? And so I went on Amazon and I found this like blow-up, pop-up seat cushion. I found like not like a tent, but like a shade protector. So whenever we take her on the beach, I I could definitely have a setup for her, whether so she's protected from the sun. So I'm just trying. It takes like a lot of like extra planning to plan to go with a baby. But
You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. Yeah.
it's not just
With the pop-up pin thing.
She hints that she won't reveal the location until she starts posting, saying it's a surprise. But let's be honest, this isn't for Ken, it's not even for the baby. This is for the internet. This is a carefully curated attempt to distract, to dazzle, to convince everyone that things are picture perfect, even if her man still hasn't bought the ring. And speaking of money, here's where things get really messy. Somehow, they've got the budget for all the extras, jet skis, fancy dinners, resort activities, beachside photo shoots, and even a weatherproof setup for the baby. But when it comes to the ring? Nothing. Not a conversation, not a plan, not even a rumor. Gypsy's out here booking parasailing adventures while her relationship is stuck in emotional quicksand. Then comes the baby prep segment. On the surface, it sounds responsible, asking other moms what essentials to bring for a beach trip with a 6-month-old. But dig deeper, and it feels less like concern for her daughter and more like another layer of the aesthetic. Umbrella strollers, sun tents, inflatable baby loungers, it's all less about the baby's comfort and more about making sure the vacation looks good online.
Doing a lot of research and asking like other moms like how when they went on vacation to a beach and they brought their 6-month-old, what are some like must-haves to take. And so I went on Amazon and I found this like blow-up pop-up seat cushion. I found like not like a tent but like a shade protector, so whenever we take her on the beach, I could definitely have a setup for her, whether so she's protected from the sun. So I'm just trying. It takes like a lot of like extra planning to plan to go with a baby. But
You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. Yeah.
it's not just
With the pop-up pin thing.
So what are we really watching here? A woman planning a dream trip while ignoring the red flags in her relationship? A new mom using influencer tricks to avoid addressing emotional distance? A couple covering up silence with filters and hashtags? Oh babe, buckle up, because Gypsy Rose's latest TikTok live wasn't just awkward, it was an emotional car crash in slow motion, and every viewer got a front row seat. What started off as her usual soft-spoken vibe quickly snowballed into one of the most accidentally revealing lives we've seen in a long time. And let's just say, no filter in the world can blur out what's really going on here. We already know she's about to coat those vacation photos in dreamy presets and pastel tones, trying to serve soft life energy, while the real issue, Ken refusing to commit, is getting tucked under a beach towel and left to rot in the background. She's out here pretending everything's great, meanwhile the relationship is cracking like a cheap press-on nail. And then, plot twist, we randomly detour into Game of Thrones talk. No context, we just got to season 5. I was so tired, I wanted to go to bed.
I was thinking when I saw it, I know just from what I know you guys like, that you're going to have to lump Game of Thrones into that group. You're just going to have to.
I thought the season 4. I think we had just started season 5. And I feel like we, ever since we had Aurora, like following through with a show and being able to like focus on it is dang near impossible anymore.
Yeah. You get interruptions because of the baby. You can't really binge.
If we could start it like around her bedtime, so when she goes to bed. But by that time, I'm like, I'm freaking exhausted. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
He's the same way. I'm like, I'm so tired. I want to go to bed.
Well, it's crazy because, you know, I remember that book looked like it was 5,000 pages big, but.
Girl, you're on TikTok live talking about dragons while your actual love life is burning down faster than King's Landing. You can binge all the medieval betrayal you want, but it won't fix the one happening in real time right next to you. Escaping into fictional chaos doesn't make the real chaos disappear. But wait, the cringe wasn't done. Nope, then came the FaceTime moment. And not just a regular, babe, look at my new outfit, call. She FaceTimed Ken while he was in the shower. Not relaxing, not in bed, not in between tasks, he was literally just trying to shampoo his scalp in peace. And why? To show him her clip-in extensions. Let that sink in. She was so desperate for a reaction, she called him mid-loofah to get his attention. She even admitted it proudly. I didn't tell him I had bought them, so I wanted to show him real quick. Ma'am. Be serious. If the only time you can get your man to look at you is when he's physically trapped under hot water, that's not love. That's emotional cornering. That's, he doesn't reply when he's free, so I catch him when he literally can't hang up. That's not closeness, it's a cry for validation disguised as intimacy. It's giving, please notice me now because I know you won't later. It's giving hostage FaceTime with conditioner running down his face. This isn't flirty, this isn't spontaneous, it's sad. It's desperation wrapped in a bath towel and tied with delusion. And all this? Just the tip of the mess iceberg. The rest of the live stream felt like a clown parade, balloons, confetti, red flags flapping in the wind. Gypsy bounced from begging for a proposal, to fangirling over MGK, to suddenly flexing mysterious podcast deals no one asked about, to plotting a full-blown influencer vacation with matching swimsuits and aesthetic baby accessories. She's curating a fantasy life online while her real relationship is clearly dangling by a thread. And while she's planning kayak adventures and TikTok photo dumps, the ring talk. Still non-existent. How are you out here budgeting for parasailing and weatherproof strollers, but not even having a conversation about a future together? Let's be honest, Ken was watching this. You know he saw that live. And based on the way she was talking, gushing about other men and scrambling for attention, he was probably sitting there thinking, yeah, this isn't it. You could practically hear his internal monologue whispering, not today, not ever. His soul probably clocked out 5 minutes into the stream. Because when a man's really done, he doesn't always argue. Sometimes, he just watches, quiet, distant, and already halfway out the door. And that's exactly what this felt like. A soft launch breakup that she hasn't caught on to yet. And trust, when this thing finally crumbles, and it will, this live stream won't just disappear into the feed, it'll become internet legend. Exhibit A, B, and C, screenshots will resurface. Clips will get stitched, duet, analyzed. Commentary channels are going to sink their teeth into this one for months. Not because it's dramatic, but because it's real-time unraveling, perfectly preserved in HD. Everyone was watching it unfold in real time. Her fans. Ken's friends. The algorithm. Probably even the ring light flickered from the tension. You know it's bad when the Wi-Fi seems to lag out of sheer embarrassment. And yet, there she was looking directly into the camera, smiling through the discomfort, delivering a monologue to convince the internet that everything is fine. But babe, it's not. It hasn't been for a while. What we witnessed wasn't a light-hearted live. It was a masterclass in avoidance. Gypsy's pulling every distraction tactic in the book, hinting at some secret girl podcast, talking up a surprise vacation, blushing over MGK like she's single, FaceTiming Ken while he's literally showering just to show him her clip-ins, and somehow still acting like nothing's wrong. But the elephant in the room? Huge. Loud. Unmissable. Ken is clearly not proposing. Not now, not later, and if we're being honest, probably not ever. And while Gypsy's busy creating her dream life aesthetic online, everyone else can see the real story playing out behind the edits. This isn't just miscommunication. It's a relationship slowly unraveling, and she's live streaming it for the world. It's not subtle, it's not under the radar. The signs are flashing like a Vegas Strip billboard. You can see it in Ken's silence. You can feel it in her voice. You can read it in every comment gently, or not so gently, pointing out that the vibes are off. When this ends, and let's be real, it's heading there fast, this live stream will be the moment the internet replays again and again. It'll be clipped, captioned, dissected, not because people are being mean, but because the writing was right there, and she chose to ignore it. And the harsh truth? Everyone knew what was happening, except the person doing the most talking. And that, my friends, is the full breakdown of Gypsy's livestream saga, 1 part TikTok chaos, 2 parts emotional unraveling, and a sprinkle of delusion on top. The ring may be missing, but the red flags? Oh, they're waving loud and proud. If you made it this far, shout out to you for surviving the secondhand embarrassment with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more unfiltered deep dives into the messiest corners of the internet. Because you already know, this isn't just gossip. This is digital history in the making. Until next time, keep your receipts saved, your tea hot, and your standards higher than a FaceTime call from the shower.
Bye!